Realistically, if you came up against Kylo Ren in the woods for the first time in your life, you'd be like, well, it's not for me. At the beginning of that fight, she doesn't really want to fight anyway. The whole idea of that choreography was that it starts off really basic and she's really on the back foot and she's using it like a bat. Never on the offensive and always on the defensive, but then being on the defensive with something, you'll learn about offensive. I think the idea of a lightsaber with the crossguard for the first time, seeing it on screen and then the way we used it, it adds a mechanism where you can do locks. You can catch easier at the top, you can let it slide in. It actually added another sort of couple of move dimensional wise for us. At the time when we did it, we didn't really know where it was going to take place. When we knew that it was going to be in the woods, it was like, okay, what else could we add into this to kind of give us some cool elements so that she could then use her nimbleness to get away, and it actually would keep her on the back foot because she's running away, but have an edge of coolness to it. So that gave it a bigger scale than we imagined. We were first kind of rehearsing it in a soundstage. That section's really difficult from any of the fight. If you see it, we actually named it Sticky, because I can remember it really well because everything was stuck together. Wherever he bound, she would inbound him so that the sabers just stuck together. It actually played out really, in my mind, really cool because it was her just being really clever and not letting him escape those moments. And from then on in, she's on the offensive, but it's a really controlled offensive, not like a raged offensive in my mind. So all of those cuts and strikes you see, they're not really big swipes. They're actually little prods and pokes of her just going, well, I could finish you at any time, but I'm just picking you apart at the moment. Hopefully it can stop there. Hopefully in that narrative, you're picking up that she was, to begin with, not having a clue what she's doing and she's completely on the back foot, but then all of a sudden the Force comes into play and she starts to believe in herself, and there's an arc in the story there which normally you do in a scene with dialogue, but actually we've done it with a fight.